You think quantum computing will fix AI's power problem? It won't. Here's why. Your whole thesis is that AI will need massive amounts of power, but what if quantum computing flips that? What if we suddenly get 100x more compute for 10x less energy? Does that break your solar story?
No, because that would presuppose that we're able to saturate demand for computing, and that's evidently not the case. I think it's also worth pointing out that as far as quantum computing goes, there's been a lot of promises and very little delivery. There's been a lot of money and a lot of effort poured into this for decades, and we're not even at the point yet where we're ready to set up a fab, which makes like the equivalent of the 4004 quantum computing processor or the 6502 or some like very primitive pre-x86 architecture CPU for quantum computing. And even if we did, what would we use it for different things than we use regular computers? Quantum computing right now is so fabulously expensive and losing so badly relative to boring old silicon computing on a cost curve basis that you could maybe only justify it for a handful of very particular things, which like AI have actually largely solved already. So for example, for a long time, it was thought that we'd need quantum computers to fully understand protein folding.
Yeah.
And then AlphaFold really solved it.
AlphaFold happened, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sure if you want to do like factorization of large numbers or something, then like there's a case to be made for quantum computing. But it's very much a niche corner case. It's kind of allows you to perform operations with the wave function itself rather than the square of the wave function, which is what everything else does. My wife wrote a book on quantum computing once, and yeah, it's about using the quantum computing system. It's a five qubit system, which is small enough that you can actually completely simulate it on like a toothbrush if you really want to. Yeah. So I just don't think that quantum computing is going to like magically somehow, actually like a lot of the power demand for an existing data center is just in cooling, right? And quantum computers, as they're currently designed, need to operate at cryogenic temperatures. So if anything, you'd expect to see an increase in power demand.